takes me to another place, because
I have some new parts in my car here. So today we are going to be installing an alternator cover, a radiator shroud. Let's get to it. Alright, so here's everything that we have that we're going to install today. The first thing I have is my alternator cover. The one thing I do like about Grimmspeed products is they actually put a thank you card in all their things that you buy. And then this is the alternator cover. Yours is probably not going to look like this just because of the fact that I actually have this powder coated and it has a really cool metallic plate to it. Actually, it kind of has a rainbow to it. Next thing I have is my radiator shroud. Again, probably not going to have the same color as me just because it also spent a little bit of time with the powder coater. I had this coated orange, as you can see. I think it's a really good looking color. It's going to match my strut tower bar pretty nice, so we'll see that.
So installing the shroud, you're going to need to pull that bolt out, which is 12 mil, and another 12 mil on that side. And then you'll end up pulling these rubber grommets out of here too, plus that little plastic stay for your hood prop. But since he doesn't have a hood prop, we're not putting it back in because he has those. So when installing the Grimmspeed Radiator Shroud, you're going to need to pull these out of your old radiator brackets, and they pop up from the back side. You're going to go in through. You can kind of see where it's going like that. And they pop up just like that, and then they're good to go. So to install it, all you got to do is put this over this right there, and then make sure the other one lines up too, and then just slide it on. And you get two 12mm bolts. I opted to put washers on mine to keep from screwing up the powder coat. I'm just going to install these back in. Okay, so when installing a Grimmspeed alternator shroud, a lot of times there's this bracket missing that holds it on the other side that's right next to your AC pump. So we went and picked one of those up at Subaru America, because we're in America. And now we're installing that. So
Where's the back side of that bracket?
In order to get that bracket off, there's a nut on the back side here that's held on by two tabs. Anyway, and then the bolt is there underneath that to install this little bracket. This is what it looks like. It's got these two ears. These go on the back. They just go inside like that. Anyway, it's hot, so.
What we have here is actually our hardware to install the alternator cover. I have my little handy dandy tool tray right here, courtesy of Grimmspeed. So basically how this is going to sit is, you see I have two big washers, two small washers, one nut, a tall spacer, a short spacer, and then two different size bolts. So the tall one, the tall spacer and bolt are actually going to go on the left side of the car. As you can see, this bolt is able to thread into this power steering bracket here. So you put one small washer on, put it on top, put the spacer in, thread that in. As you can see, our alternator cover is not on, but we are just wanting to give you an idea of how you are going to install this. The left side, a little bit different here. So what you're going to do is you have your bracket here, you're going to put one washer on, then you are going to put your spacer on. Then you're going to grab a small washer. It's going to go into the spacer, and then this one doesn't have a thread. It doesn't have the thread in the bracket, so you're going to use the supplied nut and also the washer, and you're going to put those two on and thread them in. Oops, wrong way. And then once that's threaded in there, that is how it is going to sit for your alternator cover. So that's how your hardware is going to line up. Now let's actually put it on for real this time.
So we've already got this bolt installed with the longer spacer underneath it. So an easier way to do this is you install this side first, and then you can just swing this out of the way and you can get to that side. So now take one large washer here, spacer here, top of that. Then you take your cover and don't hit your spacer. And swing this over. You're going to line that up. And you're going to feed the bolt down the top. And hope that you get it in the hole correctly with both the washer and just like that. And then take the washer, and your nut, and you put those under the bottom on that bolt. Need a 5mm Allen. I chose to use an Allen socket. And then you're going to need a 10mm socket. This is going to go up underneath here, onto that nut down there. And obviously, you just tighten it right here. That, and then this one has already got the nut on the bottom welded to it, so you just tighten it up. And she's installed.
I got this feeling inside my bones. Goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. Ain't nobody surround me.